Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another A Link to the Past randomizer tournament. And today's match is between cstutor89 versus MalXantholos. I am Lana being joined today on commentary by Captain1977. How are you today?
Oh, hi Lana, how you doing? I'm doing well. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. We are tracking today by Dark. Thank you so much. And today we have a first game of a 3-game series. So we are playing Fat Keys today. Captain, why don't you go and go over that?
Yep. Fed keys. What is that? It's all dungeons. We have to complete all the dungeons. It's a full key sanity in that we have to find every. We don't have to find every key, but we have to find a lot of keys for the dungeons, except for the ones in Castle Tower, which will be vanilla, as well as the Guinness Tower Big Key which will guarantee to be in GT Basement. So every other key will be shuffled aside from those three, and we have to complete every single dungeon in the game. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Two top tier runners here today to help see where we're going to go today. Looks like we're getting underway here on Tudor's side, at least. Starting off at the Sanctuary.
Yeah, got a full heart. Not too bad to start that way.
And MalXantholos also starting at Sync.
All right, so heading towards the Lost Woods. Pretty standard start. Not a bad idea. A couple of free items that don't require bombs or anything like that. Plus, you get a tree poles and you get a bushcraft check, so it's a good start.
And speaking of triples, there's some bombs. Another tier 1 triple. Very nice to start. And how about an early glove?
Heck yeah, let's go.
Which crabs look to be like a single rupee today?
Then we got Tudor tossing swords at random blobs. That works.
First small key of the match is to the rock. Those are kind of important in this mode. So,
All right, we have a slight pause while we sync the runners, so don't be alarmed.
There we go. MalXantholos looks like might be giving us a check of the lumberjack ledge.
Well, you got to make sure there's a small key on lumberjack, like always. I mean, it's a must check.
That looks like a
Or
compass
those are
to me.
Flippers. Those are flippers.
Oh, was those flippers? Oh boy. Well,
that's.
I mean,
it's AD, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's not really a big deal since it's AD, so.
That is still knowledge on MalXantholos' side over Tudor, so we'll see if the game pushes them to lumberjack early, or if that just happens to be a hey, better check it eventually sort of thing.
Or how about an early mountain play here from MalXantholos going up the mountain early with that glove?
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. You got Hyrule Castle Small, sword.
Sword.
You get your save and quit up the mountain. That's not too bad.
Hammer. Whoa, okay.
So if Tudor gets a mirror, then that's incentive to go up the mountain too.
Yeah, I'm gonna need this game to calm down a bit here, though.
Yeah, just simmer down, just a little bit. Oh my gosh!
Mitts on the old man. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Game.
Imagine your first two items in the game at just under 3 minutes, and they're both the gloves.
Right. Game, just calm down a little bit for us here. All right, what do we got going on in the well? Yeah, a little money. We need a little more for the bottle vendor.
First map, the Eastern Palace. There's some money. Okay.
All right, good to have that money going out of Kakariko. Oh my gosh, there's another sword.
Okay, well.
this game may be pushing Aga early. If you get Master Sword, suddenly like, oh, Eastern's a crystal, okay. Suddenly you get like boots and a lamp. It's like, oh, okay, well, thanks, game.
Okay, there's the Cicada Samaria in Link's house. Wow. Well, goodness me.
So choose a direction in the sea. You will be well rewarded.
Which way do I go? Yes.
Exactly. Let's go this way, progression. Let's go that way, progression. Let's go the opposite direction, progression. Yes, as Captain was saying, fat keys is just faux keys. It's mostly key sanity, all dungeons. Alright.
You're back of escape, gonna get that sword. You got Master Sword already?
No kidding. Let's go South Shore. See what kind of goodies are down there. And as noted, there is a mirror in the library. I don't think Tutor scattered that either.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Looks like Tutor did get that Hyrule Castle small, so he's gonna navigate some dark rooms here, go to Dark Cross, see what we got there.
I'd imagine he's probably saving quitting from here when he's done in front of Escape, probably. But like South Shore is a good play. Heck, Saha Eastern's a good play. Just go somewhere. There's progression. Guaranteed.
I put up Blue Dark Cross! Oh my goodness! Oh wow!
This game's not listening to us, Captain.
Nope.
There's no calming down. Okay, so that's kind of good for Tutor in that it does give him an excuse to go back to Kakariko.
Yep, he's gonna...
Oh, is he
he's
doing...
gonna route south here too, so that's gonna hopefully allow him to check the library.
So it's a library check into flute activation into, I'm guessing, South Shore? Is there going to be a Troll to Seed? I mean, we haven't seen a big key yet. I mean, heck, Tutor may elect to go climb the mountain. I think there's probably a lamp somewhere readily available. I mean, it's locking, or a fire rod, I guess, locking the flute, but Mid's locked by a lamp. Kind of tells us there's probably just a lamp laying around.
Maybe a hook shot somewhere to get over the Paradox, get a lamp, or boots to get the mirror, or something.
Something! Okay, looks like we're going to the dam at the same time. The difference, Tutor has the flute.
Yeah, honestly, that's a really big find for Tutor, finding that in Dark Cross here, because a lot of runners like to hold off on the Dark Cross or in front of the castle till they absolutely have to go there for last check. So,
Well,
good for Tutor finding that early.
And there's less incentive for MalXantholos to do it yet, too, because the flippers at Lumberjack could just be leaning him towards an early Aga, so could just be holding out on Escape for that reason.
Absolutely.
Which is kind of rough, because if you end up clearing everything else then going there, you get that flute, and you've already cleared your entire light world that you can.
Moldarum's in the mini Moldarum cave here. We'll see 5 big checks here coming up. Let's see if we get something nice, something worthwhile. We got to map the swamp. We got a small key to Turok number 2. And just a couple red rupees there, so not a lot. TR smalls are nice to find early.
And good to have 3 of those before you have a chance to even think about Turtle Rock. Otherwise, maps are limited use. You kind of want to know your 5/6s. But other than that, it's all dungeons, so if you get a chance to beat a dungeon, let alone a couple in the same area, you just go there. You don't even map check.
Mm-hmm. And then you see the power of the flute. See where... Okay, Tutor looks like going in the front of Escape here.
Going for density. Meanwhile, we have MalXantholos heading over to Ice Rod Cave. If Ice Rod Cave has something, could be something that Tutor doesn't get for a bit.
I'll just map the desert.
Okay, does MalXantholos go towards Eastern or Escape at this point?
I think this is probably a play toward Eastern at this point. Yeah.
Unfortunate given that loot placement. Oh, man.
How about a Sank Heart there at the Uncle Chest?
You got 1 heart? We'll take it. So this is a little bit rough for Tutor as well, because you're coming up here without the knowledge that the flippers are at Lumberjack, so you have less incentive to try and just do Dark Aga while you're here.
Alright, let's see what we got. Green Pendant is going to be a Turtle Rock today. Wow. Oh.
Of course it is. We got 2 keys. It's fine.
We got 2 keys. We got the cane already, you know, because of course.
Oh, bug net work. Got a Quake. Small key to GT. All right. Well, that's fine.
Second GT small there for as well. And we got small key to Meyer. Okay.
Not required, but we'll take 1. And we get the... Okay, we just go from Saha to Escape. So MalXantholos will be rewarded with a flute, but if Eastern's the play, this could be a bit rough.
I mean, yeah, if you check Saha this early and you don't go into Eastern, I mean, it kind of feels bad because you're gonna essentially double dip the entire area, so we'll see how this is gonna work out for him. Or you just go ahead and try to do Dark Aga here at this point.
I think if you're MalXantholos, you probably do if you're comfortable with it, and runners of this caliber, no doubt. Especially if you end up finding a lamp or something, and a vanilla lamp and Zelda cell or something.
Mm-hmm. Tutors. Okay, so no Death Warp here from Tutor, but just a piece of her. Okay, not a lot going on in the front of Escape here.
Yeah, that Hyrule Castle small key, a bit of a bait there. So does Tutor go up the mountain at this point, or go to 4? Or 5, I should say. No, or that's fine too.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave Ice Rod Cave if it has something.
Alright, so logically it's either Agina or Eastern Palace with our progression. Either in the form of a lamp or... Yeah, let's just face it, it's probably a lamp and a moon pearl.
Well, it could also be inside Spec Rock with that flute. Well, no, flute's not in logic, so, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, no money for Zora, no moon pearl for Waterfall Fairy. I don't see Tutor fake flippering at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to pick Flipper without a moon pearl. I mean, yeah, it could be Zora. Too,
yeah, Zora's the alternative, but yeah, who wants to go there?
Yeah, not me.
Alright, we do see a pendant in Desert. So that's 2 of our pendants known.
Okay, MalXantholos setting up the Death Warp. Oh.
That's rough, but if he chooses to leave it, it's not going to cost him any time.
Yeah.
Don't go back.
Going back.
He's
Don't
going
go
back. Or if he goes down, he could be going to Aga.
Or... No, he's
Oh.
going back.
And that's a couple minute time loss versus an opponent like CS Tutor. It's rough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Tutor dipping Eastern before Saha, so gonna miss out on that bug net. Oh my
How about
god!
a Bikini Eastern?
Game, please.
Why not put a bow in here too so we can complete it? How about that game?
No kidding. Now it's one more check in logic, so... Alright, game, cough it up. Give us our lamp.
Hookshot, lamp, cape. Oh.
Ugh. Okay, well that's not necessary immediately, but that's one more check in Dark World, I guess.
Aga intensifies, I guess? I don't know.
Literally does nothing for us since we got Master Sword already. Alright, practically first try for MalXantholos. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
wow.
this luck! Oh, poor guy.
Alright, well, last check in Eastern for CS Tutor here in the big chest of Eastern. What do we got? Is it anything useful? It's the lamp!
Oh, what a shock! I'm shocked. How about you?
I'm shocked.
Alright, MalXantholos does get that Death Warp. CS Tutor gets to go to the logical big key chest. So we have to go to Eastern to get the Eastern big key, to go to Eastern big key chest, or big chest to get your lamp, to go to big key chest to get question mark?
So those mitts are in logic. Okay.
And you know, if there's nothing here, Mountain's the next play for Tutor. I don't see him putting that off anymore. I see him taking that before Agina. Unless this is like a book, then maybe Desert.
This is the book. Where's the bow? No, just a heart piece. Okay.
Alright, yeah, he has not done Saha's closet yet, so gonna have to go do that, get his green pennant knowledge. And then it's probably up the mountain for 2 free checks. Well, 2.5, including the one we can't get on Spec Rock.
Xantholos trying to get to Dark Cross here.
So,
if he had just gone to Eastern after Saha, he would have been bad.
So we have not seen Spec Rock, we have not seen Agina's Cave. But that is it, as MalXantholos does pick up that flute.
Mm-hmm. Get knowledge about reprinted TR, get that quick medallion, the bug net, and that swell key to GT.
Okay, well, with the lamp in Eastern, MalXantholos could bypass that for now and just go do what he's doing here, but it looks like there's probably just a Moon Pearl sitting at either Pyramid, or at Agina, or at the top of Spec Rock. I mean, could be something else. Could be Boots.
Honestly, Boots at this point wouldn't be so bad, because then you just move back to Kakari, go get your beer, go back up the mountain, then you have a lot of Death Mountain open to you, so see if Tutor wants to continue here, and he does.
Yeah, it makes sense. Very few checks for Tutor logically available. Knows about that lamp, or about the mirror, but does not know about those flippers at Lumberjack, so that's a bit rough. Alright, we got an Agina's play for MalXantholos, so 2 new checks coming in.
You don't call this Agina's Cave Lana. What's it called?
It's called Fart Cave.
There you go.
But nobody ever chats with him but me. It's so sad. He's just lonely.
Alright, so we do have a move roll of Spec Rock. Oh, TR key number 3 at Agina's Cave.
All right.
Or cave.
Oh my gosh, TR3. Okay, so Ice Rod in the GT climb, do you think?
I certainly hope not, but for our runner's sake. Tutor wants to go ahead and do a... no, or not. Alright.
Yeah, at that point, save and quitting and just starting on the mountain. A little faster. Alright, so MalXantholos sticking with logic, sort of being like, well, there's a lamp out there.
Not only do we have Hammer, Glove, Dark World Access, we also have Mitts and Moon Pearl Dark World Access. So we got every kind of Dark World Access that we could ever hope for here. So Tutor, we're gonna go ahead and start here at Hype Cave.
So we'll see how hype we are today. We had quite the hype cave last weekend, I believe. With like a bow and like all 5 items just required in there and an inverted or something, I forget.
We start now. Here's some money. It's a heart.
Evil.
Evil.
Okay, that cave was that cave was like a negative shield out of 60. It's disgusting.
Oh,
yeah,
that was not a good cave. Let's see if Tutor wants to get our 5-6 crystal information. Looks like he does.
Now that leaves 1 pendant unknown. 5 6s. What do we got? Skullwoods and Misery Mire.
Run south here to the village of Outcasts. Makes sense when you got mids. You can easily just go south from the village here. There's a bow on Stumpy.
That's a beatable Eastern Palace in logic. But it's only 1 shack. I don't see Tutor going back there anytime soon without a mirror.
Yeah.
Oh yes, for anybody who hasn't seen that clip in chat, holy moly.
What are we gonna dig up here in digging game today besides a bunch of money and little magic?
20 bucks.
A little bit more money. Alright. Well.
Alright, gonna keep digging for Zora money, I assume?
And you're still a little short on Zora money. You still need money for getting the pod.
Alright, we're coming up from the south to the Village of Outcasts. Makes sense, you got your myths.
I'll see. Okay, we're grabbing the Smith. Okay.
Okay, MalXantholos hot on CS Tutor's heels. About to get that Moon Pearl for Dark World access. We'll see where he decides to start. Or if he decides to go right for Aga, knowing about those flippers.
Oh, first big key, the pod.
Okay, that is good. We still have not seen any pod keys, but you got your bow, you got your hammer, you got your big keys, so a couple of small keys, suddenly pod becomes very interesting. Problem is he still can't combo it, and Tutor knows where that mirror is, so you're like, I just want to get those boots, unlock the mirror. And little does he know that boot unlocks flippers as well. That being said, it's kind of rough right now because Tutor is going to probably go up north pretty quick and check that the bumper top check and have very little reason to go back up there for a while.
We did get our first bottle there off the Smith, so we're gonna turn that in right away with the sick kid. Guess it gives us something interesting or hard container.
Yeah, it could be worse. It's better than Hive Cave. As MalXantholos is about to find out.
More like Tripe Cave here.
Yeah. Right. Okay, and Tutor is avoiding Skull Woods. A lot of people like going in there early, but in this mode, there's no guaranteed small key, so unless you go in there with one small key, you've got to steal the one from the back and eventually get another to beat it.
Now getting his information about the red crystals. Dude, we're gonna go ahead and dip the front of these down here. Get the first 4 checks done out of the way.
Just like a regular seed, got to consider front 4 thieves as part of your overworld checks. So there's not a ton for Tutor to do right now beyond this. You go up, you do your cape check. Oh, hookshot. Okay, never mind.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a pretty good piece of equipment there.
Yeah, that's all of East Death, Mountain, Light, and Dark.
Pull out anything else here from Thieves Town.
And just like Tutor, MalXantholos is trying to dig up a little extra money. Nope, never mind. He just stopped at the dig. Never mind. Does get a little more lucky with the money, though. Tutor was getting a bunch of 1s dug up, and MalXantholos just seemed to get 20s everywhere.
I mean, front 4 Thieves Town proven to be pretty good. You got a hook shot at least. Definitely going to be needed here. And take 2 months to head over here to Hammer Pegs. Possibly grab the purple chest too. I'm not. We'll see.
Yeah, you got a flute. There's just no better time to do it. You grab a purple chest, you go up, you scout what's on top of Bumper, and if you're in his shoes, probably save and quit. Or you can dip down into Skull Woods. That purple chest will drop down with you.
Simultaneous hammer pack checks. We get a red 20 not worth. Okay.
Okay, I could see a bumper check, but the question is, does Tutor end routing in Skull Woods or just save and quit? Or even go up there? I don't know, we'll see.
Looks like it's just going to be a bumper check here for CS Tutor.
We'll see. Could fall down into Skull Woods. Doubtful, but it wouldn't be a bad dip.
Just a map.
Oh, he's going to Skull.
Okay.
He's doing the full gamut of efficient routing, as they call it. I'm still trying to learn that. Just a stun prize of 5 arrows. Okay, that chest will not come in with you 2 doors, but it'll happily come down if you're falling down a hole.
Yep, this game is not broken in any way. It's perfectly fine.
Perfectly perfect in every way. There are no glitches. Okay, looks like MalXantholos is electing to go ahead and just do the exact same thing, except with the smith and not with the purple chest.
I mean, who doesn't want a friend to come with to a dungeon with, you know?
Well, when you've got a friend in need, why not? He's got to be like, I'll take you back. I just got some errands to run. And that is a vanilla
Wait,
small key in
wait,
skull.
it's cross keys? Wait,
This is cross keys. What the heck?
wait a second.
All right, so the one chest Tutor did not check was the big key chest, I believe. But that's still funny.
Yeah, you could have easily taken that back up and looped around and still get the key from the back and would have been fine, but not worried about that big chest right now. So purple chest, small key 2, Swamp Palace. That's an important one.
Well, not immediately relevant, but you do need it.
Yeah, that means as soon as we get boots, that is going to be Swamp Palace that we could clear.
The one case that you're just hoping to run across the swamp big chest to 100% guarantee a single dip. But again, Tutor does not have that knowledge about those flippers, just MalXantholos doing the scouting on the lumberjack.
Not missing out on that third Turok small key too. You know when TR's appended, you're glad to see all the keys show up early, so that is perfectly fine.
Alright, before we get into some new checks, just a reminder, don't forget to give these two runners a follow. Links are in chat. They're putting on a great show, not to mention they are this far in a tournament for a reason. They know what they're doing. And while you're at it, give my co-com Cat1977 a follow, and Darek3, both doing fantastic jobs as well on co-coms and tracking. Thank you both so much.
Don't forget Lana. She's there too. She loves playing this game, and she is very good at it.
I just hate shields.
There's nothing wrong with that.
They're rude.
Alright, Paradox time.
Wait, did MalXantholos go into Thieves?
I don't think so.
I don't think he did. Okay, so if MalXantholos finds the boots here, that could be huge. Oh, it's a small key to desert. Not bad to have. Oh my gosh.
We got the big key to Turtle Rock too.
Yeah, so this is pretty big for MalXantholos. I don't see Tutor putting this check off forever, but once he gets those boots, he still has not gone and scouted Lumberjack, so those flippers... Oh, that's going to be a lack of swamp for a bit. If there's progression in swamp, MalXantholos, slight advantage.
Mm-hmm. Putting those boots immediate to work. You're checking Kitsu, Monk Rocks. Probably go get that mirror. And I think he just go ahead and do Aga here. Or, yeah, just do Aga. Go get those flippers.
And answer a question in chat, yes, boots were just found in Mire Shed by MalXantholos. Tutor does have that readily available, but it is 2 checks, so I can't see him doing it while he's up on Death Mountain because he's going to probably go beat Tower of Hera, and then he's probably going back east. He's probably going to Dark World and then doing Death Mountain here.
Let's see where MalXantholos wants to go next. Yep, and this is the Aga play here from Mal. Knowing that those flippers are available now.
Alright, so with that couple-minute advantage by CS Tutor for early routing, and unfortunate death by MalXantholos and escape, that little advantage will quickly diminish here the longer MalXantholos has those boots and Tutor does not, and those flippers.
Oh, CS Tutor not going to Hera. Gonna go ahead and check Dark Death Mountain here. Tutor's like, I have 3 TR spots. I have the TR big key. Let's see if we can get in the TR right now. And nope.
But is the key under the doormat? So that is one little advantage that Tutor, of course, has, as pointed out by chat. MalXantholos has not done Purple Chest, which is the Swamp Small, so... but it's not going to take long for him to get there. Okay, Captain, what does Hookshot Cave have for us today?
Let's see. A heart. We got a piece of heart. Let's see. Small key to Hera. It's a bomb, so Hera's small might be a little interesting.
Oh, is he doing Spike Cave?
I believe so.
Yeah, not much else you could do without the mirror. Wow. Good invincibility frames there by Tutor. Or just a bad shot by the Lionel, I don't know. Good job avoiding the shot either way, and not even trying for health. Oh,
Oops.
no. Yeah, miscalculated. That cape does take a half second or so to actually prime before you can use it, so... Oy.
It looks like he did want to go behind that torch there that does not have spikes beyond it, but unfortunately just not going to be able to get that spike. But he is going to go up to Hera here, probably going to beat that, then go back into Spike Cave here after that.
Okay, so costly mistake, unfortunately, just a little time lost. Back in MalXantholos' favor with that unfortunate death at the bottom of Escape, but this lead is, there is no real definitive lead at this point. There's just been a couple things that the other one runner's checked that the other hasn't. So it's not horrible. Tutor does get to finish off Tower of Hera, and then gets to route in Spike Cave with a full health bar, and probably won't underestimate that that cape again.
Oh, powder. Okay. Map the pod. And we're doing the immediate basement here for Tutor.
Okay, not even scouting the pyramid. That is interesting. I probably would have scouted that and then saved and quit. But could have tunnel vision going on those flippers, so... Problem for MalXantholos has not done Purple Chest. Good news for MalXantholos is we'll be going into Thieves Town getting the hook shot. And probably doing Purple Chest at that point. Does have that Zora.
This.
Yeah. That's rough, and no mirror to get out of here, so yeah. Okay, it looks like Tutor going for that riding pot setup. As MalXantholos does pick up those flippers, so boots and flippers from MalXantholos, the hook shot, and the Swamp Small for CS Tutor.
Hey, MalXantholos coming up the mountain for Spike Cave, I guess? Oh, he's going to Hera with that mirror, I guess. He does have the mountain open to him now. Just no hook shot.
Yeah, that hook shot and Swamp Small are pretty much preventing him from going into a fully beatable, to our knowledge, Swamp Palace, minus the big chest. Alright, disappointed by 20 bucks from Spike Cave, and I'm guessing Tutor's gonna check the same thing here. Oh, now we're getting a pyramid check.
Like a piece of heart to me.
Calculated skip earlier.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do Spike Cave now, though. And, oh, MalXantholos gonna do some mirror checks here. Gonna check Man Under the Bridge.
AKA George.
Yeah, that's his full name, George Under the Bridge.
George. Okay, Tutor gonna get it on his second try, but does need to go to Mire area. But even then, that's still a flipper check he doesn't know about. Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna find out what's on George's side. Alright, well, we didn't say it, but that was crystal number 1 for Tutor, 39 minutes and change there.
Okay, let's see what's on the shovel digging spot today here. It is a small key. We got a small key to Thieves Town.
Okay, Tutor's still not going to Mire area. We're gonna do Magic Band.
Yeah, let's get these one-off locations out of the way. I mean, when else are you going to check Magic Bag? You've already done the full Smith Chain and Hammer Bag, so it's probably the only time you're going to check it.
Not wrong. Yes, to answer a question in chat, boots are just hanging out in Mire Shed.
Now, let's see where Tutor wants to go next. Flute away. Flute to 5, it is. Or 6, excuse me. I know my numbers.
Yeah, but sometimes your head just is like, it's hard to tell which flute spot you're going to immediately. I'm like, we're going to 5. Wait, that's wrong. We're going to 7. Nope, nope. 6, that sounds good. Okay, so it's Ether for Mire. I missed that check earlier, but our tracker did mark that from MalXantholos' side. So we've got the one medallion we don't need.
Good thing here for Tutor. Can get those boots. Of course, the single arrow is very important.
Alright, but does he take those boots and go scout Lumberjack? He's obviously going to go get that mirror, but Lumberjack's the big question mark at this point.
And is so excited he didn't even flute there. He just wants to run to get the mirror. Because running is so much fun in this game.
Yeah, it does appear MalXantholos is offline currently, so we'll see. Hopefully get his stream up before too long. Alright, are you running up to Lumberjack? Where else are you going, I guess, if you're doing this?
It could be like a Dark World check here.
Oh no! Well, you got the mirror, so you're gonna route in Lumberjack. Hopefully mirror and check your Lumberjack check at the same time you do the bumper and then Graveyard, okay.
Hopefully. Because the tutor finds those flippers on Lumberjack tree. He's gonna be like, yep, gotta go do it. I can do Swamp right after that, so let's go do it.
Pretty much.
Or just run right by it. That's cool too. Hey. It's easy for us to know because we know what's there, but Tutor has no way of knowing what's there, so.
Efficiency. I'm still learning that.
Yeah. I can't even say that word, so you got that over me. Great Village. Oh, we get a can of Burner.
Okay, the main thing that would be bad for Tutor at this point is finding something that could distract him from Lumberjack at this point. But you just lost your portal, so if you're Tutor, your options at this point are what? Pod, Catfish, Zora, Lumberjack check, Bumper Top.
Yeah, but think if you go check Catfish here, you don't lose your portal, so maybe he's gonna check Lumberjack after?
Well, he's not quitting, so... Well, if he did that, I guess it would be a waste of time, because he's needing to stay.
Okay. This is good for Tutor, so he is going to check Lumberjack, see those flippers, be like, okay, let's go do Aga.
Double take on that.
A little double take. He's like, all right, let's go.
Did I just see crud? And what's going through Tutor's head is the same thing through other runners' minds. Oh my gosh, my opponent scattered that early. They went immediately to check Marshed upon getting the flute and the myths, and yeah, that's pretty much what's going through Tutor's head. And they were able to route in Blacksmith Chain all together, and yeah, it's fine. We know it's fine.
Honestly, in this mode, you want to see something good on Lumberjack Ledge, just to give you a reason to do this early.
We only have one pod small, and we're 47 minutes in the scene. We could technically beat pod with that one small, but you're leaving behind so much of the dungeon. Most of the time in this sort of mode, you want to wait to do Aga until after Ganon's Tower if you can. So if there's nothing at Lumberjack, you're like, okay, that's fine. Let's just go clear the game, beat GT, mirror, do Aga, and suddenly you're back at Ganon again with full health and magic. But at the same time, scouting Lumberjack in this mode is a little bit more important because it could be a big key, it could be a small key, and that just may push you to do it a little sooner. And what's going through Tutor's mind at this point is progression in Swamp Palace. Let's hope it's not left side.
Oh, gotta be careful. On the half a heart here.
That guard's a gamer. Holy moly. So, to answer a question in chat that's already kind of been answered by the bot, think of fat keys as sort of like reducing the amount of Ice Rot Hunt items by 3. Because in a standard key sanity, the GT big key can be anywhere except the GT climb. And the Castle Tower small keys can be anywhere in the entire game, in any check whatsoever, unless Lumberjack locks something important. So you're basically reducing your Ice Rod Hunt by 3. Exactly, chat. Just a less annoying and cumbersome key sanity, because if you end up getting a reasonably early GT mode, you're like, do I rush GT and assume progression's going to be in there? Or do I just keep pole clearing? It's just less of that, and ends up reducing your seed time by, could be 10 or 15 minutes pretty easily. And for these runners, unfortunately, with Turtle Rock being a pendant, that means Ice Rod can be anywhere in the game but Trinex.
Hey, Mel's back. Alright.
MalXantholos has returned. Okay, so what I'm seeing on his tracker, he still doesn't have a hook shot. Still doesn't have that swamp small. But he does have 3 pod smalls.
Looks like it got some kind of blue mail upgrade as well. The sprite looks a little different now.
And there's... Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I'll leave the rest for us to just catch up on. Okay, there's apparently an item on Hylia Island that Mel's going for, and...
Oh, hey!
Okay. So that's a fully beatable TR as soon as we get a Fire Rod and... I guess, Bombo? Oh, he's got Bombos too.
He's got Bombos, so yeah. Fire Rod away here from TR clear. Anyway, we got Bombos. We're heading to Ice Palace next for MalXantholos.
And Tutor's got Flippers. I'm guessing Swamp next. Now we're just gonna have to find out where these mystery items are on Tutor's side. So with those pod smalls, MalXantholos could have dipped into Palace of Darkness pretty darn easily. Got that mirror, could have dipped into Desert, because we got that small key.
Mm-hmm.
So there are definitely places that Bombos could have been. Oh, and Zora checks. We hadn't done any of those. Minus we saw, I think, George, and that was when we kind of cut out.
It looks like we have our third pendant information here, Swamp Palace. So that would be our dungeon information. So at this point, the only real thing that can be in GT is a Desert Palace Big Key that the runners will need to complete the game. So that's pretty good for them.
Yep, and if we find that desert big, that means a Gomo GT, minus having to find that big key. Which leaves very little that could be in Swamp for Tutor at this point. Could find a sword, bow.
How about a Big Key to Mire in Ice Palace there? That's nice to find.
Well, it's nice, but I mean, if you find that ether here in Ice Palace, that'll leave you further away from your hook shot, and oh my gosh. And your Swamp Small.
I mean, there's got to be something in Turtle Rock right now. There has to be. We got Bombos, we got 3 small keys, we got the Big Key, we got an Ice Rod there. There's got to be something important in Turtle Rock here.
I wouldn't be surprised. Everything but Trinex is in logic with those 3 or 4 keys, including Laser Bridge. You're just not getting those fire lock checks in the front. That's about it in Trinex. Now, CS Tutor taking no chances, going to go ahead and do left side Swamp immediately. You're so far enough away from go mode, you don't want to skip too much.
Yeah, you know there's 2 items over here. You don't want to skip out on them right now, just yet. Maybe if you're 1 or 2 items from go mode, then yeah, but since we're still a lot of items away, yeah, you go ahead and check these. Even though it was 3 bombs and a single rupee, but still, you're gonna check them.
Meanwhile, Hammer Strat's going on Cold Stare on MalXantholos' side. Ooh, gotta be careful.
Take 1 more hit from okay, Cold Stare's down. All right now.
And so far, Swamp Palace coming up dry for Tutor. Well, it's probably not dry in there, but you know.
I mean, there is water everywhere, but you know, still.
Hey, well, there's the meme.
You know what they say, something swamp. I think MalXantholos might be headed to TR here. Maybe dip into Hera. Still no hook shots, so.
Yeah, looks like according to MalXantholos' tracker, Ice Palace was his first dungeon done.
Yes. Not a lot going on in the swamp there, unfortunately.
Oh, kidding. So if MalXantholos finds some progression in Turtle Rock, hard to see how quickly Tutor goes up there with no fire on.
Gotta do some mirror checks here at K45. There's that blue mail. But so many things to get you into TR. Will this have anything useful? I think so. I'm going to say yes.
At this point, I have to agree with you. If nothing else, the game may just give you a few pod smalls to go right into pod. At this point, I think the only thing we haven't seen from Tutor, besides obviously not being able to get into the areas that MalXantholos done like Ice Palace, is flipper checks and pod.
And Tutor, thankfully, checking that island out, can get the ice rod. And yeah, it looks like pod play here from Tutor now. Just hurt. Oh, okay, he's gonna do George here as well.
Gotta check in with George. We gotta find out what we missed.
George gives us a compass.
Thanks, George.
Ice Palace, yeah.
Okay, well, Tutor is electing to go ahead and say no to flipper checks at the moment. Still got four readily available checks in the Zora area.
I can easily see Tutor running out of pod here. This could be a quick pod dip here if we don't find any more keys. So I can easily see him running out of pod to catfish and then do those flipper checks after.
Probably. Tutor really does not like pod very much, so I could easily just see him. If he does just have that one small, just going right side, taking out the boss and leaving.
Do checks here. Mimic Cave. And TR not produced it just yet, but we got a few more checks to go.
We do. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe.
Look at the big chest here. Oh, there's the 4 TR small.
Okay, like I was saying, we got 7 more checks.
Well, what does it be the fire rod so we can just complete TR while we're here?
Well, the game's begging you to come here minus a fire rod. Like, the worst thing that could happen to MalXantholos at this point is that he doesn't find anything. And Tutor just ends up being able to go Motor Rock for some reason.
Big chest gives us a map to Thieves Town. Thank you. We needed that for nothing. That's great. Thank you. But it's okay. We got what? 5 more checks in here now.
Yup, everything but the boss, unless we magically find that fire rod.
Tutor finishing up Eastern Palace here. Go ahead and get that out of the way.
TR continuing to come up dry, but we all know the game places things on Laser Bridge. No sooner, rarely later.
We got a small key to pod. Well, that's good to get before you go to pod, I guess. Alright, TR, what you got? You got a fire rod for us today? Oh, you got a small key to GT, number 3. You got a small key to pod, okay.
Number 4.
There, oh, there it is.
There's the path.
And
So,
that is Yeah, TR. Yep.
Yeah, you gotta beat TR. You gotta go right back and check front 2, and you full cleared it. You got a fire ride. You can do Skullwoods, which does give you an excuse to go ahead, kind of, not really efficiently, but you knock out Purple Chest, and maybe even dip Thieves Town because the game has not given you a Thieves Town big key yet.
Oh, how about a four-sworded pod?
Okay, so that's confirmation that MalXantholos is probably not touch pod either. Still being on Master. So good for MalXantholos, bad for Tutor. Tutor is not going to clear a lot of pod right now. So MalXantholos is going to go in there with more keys and probably will not have to go in a second time.
Yeah, this seed has just been screaming go to TR. And you see the payout there with the fire rod. Where was that Bombos medallion for Mal that Tutor does not have? It might be desert.
Desert or flipper checks. Yeah. Well, the good news is for Tutor, if the back of pod is empty, then that's fine for him, I guess.
So between the two runners, what do we need? We need an Ether medallion and a Thieves Town big key. I think that's it. Desert Palace big key too. Yes. I want to say that's going to be all we need. Yeah, Mal does not have that hook shot yet either. Yeah.
I was about to say, it kind of goes that north route going, whoa, 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 back up. No hook shot. I still have to give the slight edge to Tutor, but the longer he does not go to TR, the worse it's going to be.
Oh, got a big key to Swamp. Well, I mean, Mal hasn't been there yet, so, I mean, that could be a thing.
And we also never mentioned that almost locked a fire rod. Go figure.
MalXantholos must, see if he finally dips the front of Thieves down here. Oh, we got a big key on Helma, poor Skull Woods. Okay, well.
Alright, Mal, do you just go dig out Skullwoods? Buy Skullwoods.
Yeah, this is a very interesting point for both runners here, as both runners have the things that the other runner doesn't have. Where do you go? It's like
Tutor has a distinct dungeon advantage, but the longer he doesn't find that Bombos and doesn't go to TR, the worse it is.
Looks like he is going to make the play here for Desert Palace, at least. Checkerboard Cave. Oh, big key. The Thieves Town and the big key chest of Skull Woods. That could have been gotten earlier.
Wait, where did Tutor get that? Was that on Helma? No, that was Swamp. No, wait. Where was the big key to Skull? Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Mal definitely dipped here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably where Bombos is on the right side of the desert. There's the Bombos.
Alright, so Tutor's going straight to Turtle Rock after this with little doubt. MalXantholos is going to Thieves Town without a doubt, and probably routing in Purple Chest after that, and going to be able to route in Swamp with that. So this is still a close race.
Yeah, there's no clear-cut leader right now.
No Tutor bonking, unfortunately. And then saying, you know what, checkerboard, whatever, see ya.
Moss, I'm gonna need you to come down here. Mouse is not listening. There you go. That's better. That's better. Nope. Yep. Moth, there you go. Oh, red mail.
Okay, so Tutor comes here, does TR, goes to Skullwoods, gets that Thieves Big, does Thieves. And at that point, Ice Palace probably? Or do you think he goes to Ice before Skull?
You probably want to go to Ice Palace. Because at this point, you're thinking, you know, Ice Palace. Okay, we got Bombos, Ice Palace there. Probably Fire Rod's there. So, but hard to say. Okay. All right, MalXantholos finally headed into Thieves Town here.
Gonna get rewarded with a hookshot.
It looks like he had it open, just did not go in. So likewise, when Tutor found out about the flippers, MalXantholos was like, oh no, I could have had that so long ago. My opponent's had it for a while now.
Yeah, once he does Purple Chest and finds that Swamp Small, that's gonna kind of be going through his head, being like, oh my gosh, Tutor had this 35 minutes ago.
So at this point, all we're really looking for is an Ether Medallion to get into Mire. And Desert Palace Big Key, which is a pendant, which could be in GT at this point. So really just looking for an Ether Medallion to rush GT to find that Desert Palace Big Key in GT.
Don't worry, Tutor, you'll be getting that chest very soon. Meanwhile, MalXantholos is giving us new checks in Thieves Town. Like, the only thing that could be on pet at this point is Ether.
Mm-hmm. Small key. Okay, another pod swell.
Okay, so that'll just be 100% full clear for MalXantholos. If that Ether's sitting in the back of a pod, I don't see Tutor getting that anytime soon. Oh, good point from chat. So MalXantholos picked up the frog before going into Thieves Town, so could not enter Thieves, though he did try to.
Okay.
Which I totally missed on the first trip through.
Just the thieves sound just having 10 arrows today.
I think MalXantholos forgot about that script there. Unfortunately, going to be off here, but it's fine.
Yeah, just break out the game, you'll be fine. Fortunately, other than the hook shot there in Thieves Town, just not much going on in the back.
And just
The
like
pod
that.
small,
Sorry, go ahead.
maybe. Yeah, the pod small is the only real thing other out of here that MalXantholos not going to be able to full clear pod in one go, so.
So both runners currently at 3 crystals and a pendant. The difference is the pendant clears. Tutor's about to finish up TR. MalXantholos about to get that swamp big key or small key here.
If you're rooting for Tutor here, you do not want to see that ether in the back of pod because he probably won't be going back there for a while.
Yep. The big difference, of course, MalXantholos does also have a swamp big key, so new check. Another thing which Tutor will not be getting anytime soon. But Tutor goes into these boss fights with a massive sword advantage, having the swords out of Swamp Palace and Pod.
Swamp small and Mal says, why didn't I come from the Dark World? I could have just mirrored. Oh, we're going to pod first. Okay. Gonna find out right away.
Oh yeah, we got green pendant too from TR. Don't think we've seen that turned in yet.
I don't believe so.
Okay, so Tutor needs to go to Skull Woods, but after getting these front 2 checks and TR, I'm guessing Ice Palace is probably the play.
So would you clear out Eastern first here? We know that he should because there's a pod small on Armos, but you think he's gonna do that first? Oh, we got a small key to Scope Woods. Okay, no, not as good.
I doubt it. You got 5 pot smalls. You're probably just hoping to finish up Eastern and mirror out, or I should say flute out. So I could just see a full clear of pod coming, followed by just mirroring and doing Eastern. But he does have that mirror out, but that also is from first check pod, so we'll see.
Tutor getting that big key to Swamp now, and he's like, ugh, no.
Yeah, it looks like pod is the first choice for MalXantholos. Gonna get that sword amongst a plethora of questionable, or question mark checks, I should say, in the back. We have not seen that from Tutor going in here with 2 smalls. Oh, looks like Tutor is making that Skullwoods play. Never mind. Oh, yep, Skull first. So, gonna get that Thieves big, gonna go to Thieves, clear that out. The nice Palace.
And right to the back for MalXantholos.
Alright, Tutor does need to remember he's got that big key. He's got that bomb out. Yep, he's going to check big chest. Will be well rewarded.
Oh, there's the ether.
Oh.
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 Oh. Oh. That is not good for MalXantholos. I thought MalXantholos checked that, and I thought it was the Thieves Down Big Key.
Oh, this is the Thieves on Mickey right here for Tutor.
Oh. Apparently very well rewarded, so I'm pretty sure Tutor's now in Desert Palace Big Go mode.
Yeah, that's yep, he's gonna be able to maybe go to GT here, just find that Desert Palace Mickey, and that'd be it. So Mal's only out is if he finds the Desert Palace Mickey here in the back of pod.
All right, last chance. Or did he do the right side yet? Oh,
He hasn't done, yeah. He hasn't done the right side yet, but Tutor has already, so, yeah, that's not good for Mal.
That is unfortunate.
Oh, there is this one check here, too, that Tutor has not done. The Bicky chested pod.
That's true. All right, Mal, is this it? Oh my.
Oh, no.
Well, he hasn't done here yet, so... Okay, this is, what are we dealing with here, Tutor? Or, Tutor, good lord, we're watching Tutor. Well, Captain, what are we dealing with? We had such a front-loaded seed. And then the game's like, okay, last couple things is going to be hard to find.
I mean, it's classic 80 keys, you know, you just gotta find one more thing, and it's Pendant Dungeon. You just bank on GT having it, or you try to look for it in the overworld. You're just not sure what to do.
Oh, but that ether from MalXantholos, that is the only check Mal has in that area. Would be Big Chest when he gets the Skull Big Key.
So, Tutor probably gonna go ahead and clear out Thieves down here, maybe go to Mire afterwards.
And this will be where MalXantholos does unlock Ether, but how quickly do you go back? Oh, well, you go to Hira first. You go to Swamp, you go to Hira, then maybe you go start doing your one-offs. At this point, yes, probably statistically, but there are still some outstanding one-offs, like that Hero Big Chest. So it's likely that GT does house that Desert Big, but not guaranteed. We haven't even touched Mire, that's 8 checks.
Mm-hmm. That'd be the ideal situation here for Tutor. If that Desert Palace Mickey's just in Mire, you can mirror right away and just go ahead and complete it, then you can go mode GT at that point.
Yeah, minus that GT Big Key, which could be anywhere in the basement of GT. But more on that later. Hello, Helmasaur King. Goodbye, Helmasaur King.
All-important Skullwood's Big Key. As long as Tutor does not go back to pod. Unless that Harabiki could mean something.
Yeah, that is Mal's last chance, I think. Would be Desert. Like, it would be just the troll, right? You get Skull Big Key to get your Ether. You get Ether Big Key to get your Desert Big Key. Or Ether.
Mal does have another out too. Swamp Big Chest.
Oh, good point.
So yeah, two big keys that are kind of up in the air right now, Swamp and Hera. So we'll see if either one of those is going to have anything, but statistically, probably not, but we'll see.
So Tutor really dislikes Pod. I don't see him doing anything but last locationing that. But in a race situation, I don't know how his brain will react. We'll see. But at the same time, you know you're going to Ice. You don't skip ISD in this situation. You go to Meyer and hope for the best. Okay, another Crystal Dungeon down for CS Tutor. Ice Palace coming up. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out, Captain.
Okay.
Ice Palace, big key, and the Hero, big chest.
Why?
Because the game is rude. The game gives you all these
okay.
front items and then says, yeah, it's kind of like a Sour Patch Kid, you know? Except it's sweet up front and sour in the back.
It's the reverse Sour Patch Kid, yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, chat. Good reminder. Don't forget to give these two runners a follow. Links are in chat. They're putting on a great show for us, and it's quite the race here. While you're at it, Cocom, Captain 1977, and our tracker, Dark, both putting on a great show for us as well. Thank you both so much.
Right, Chad, I need you to do me a favor and follow Lana Bean too. She's wonderful. You should follow her.
Aw. All right, full clear. Swamp Palace coming up from MalXantholos. May skip left side. We'll see.
Where is Meyer Big Key? That's a good question. I don't remember. Might be Iced Tea. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you definitely don't want to skip Iced Tea room here for your tutor.
You got your Ice Palace, Small, and Ice Palace. Congrats. Here, Big Key is in Palace of Darkness, in the back, where Tutor's probably never gone back to. So that's kind of MalXantholos' big out here is if Hera Big Chest is required, because Mal has not touched Tower of Hera.
And another one of those outs here. Swamp Palace Big Chest. I think that's going to be required or not. And just a moment after he does the compass with the swamp.
Tutor? Tutor?
Uh-oh. Oh, tutor. Don't. Okay.
Okay, it's fine.
Everything's fine, chat. We're fine.
Okay, is this the moment of truth for MalXantholos? One of the outs here.
Nope.
Oh. It still has that Hero Big Chest, though. And Ice Palace still isn't logical, so that Ice Palace big key has to be somewhere.
Should have picked up the Meyer big key. Thankfully, that's where I was going next. Thankfully, we got the big key.
Yup. Alright, and I think MalXantholos did skip left side swamp. We'll see if he chooses to go back in or feels at this point behind enough that he's like, you know what, I gotta start skipping things.
I think that's gonna be a left side swamp skip, which is a good skip point that we know. We got Cold Sarah coming up for Tutor. We got Argus coming up for MalXantholos.
Argus. There he is.
Yeah,
Look at that little...
I said it right this time.
You did.
Oh no.
Oh, Puff's getting away from Tutor, but got that red mail, so whatever, tanking all the hits.
Yeah.
Not to mention Buttersword.
Yeah.
It's fine. We already did see a magic bat check from CS Tutor before he even got his boots, I believe. Alright, Dual Boss is down, MalXantholos takes down Argus, and Tutor takes down Cold Star.
At this point, I hope the Ice Palace big key is on Ped, because that'd be funny.
That would be hilarious, actually.
Alright. Tutor headed to Misery Mire. Looks like MalXantholos is maybe taking Skullwood's big chest here.
Oh, that's good for MalXantholos.
That is really good. He could have easily put this off for a while. But looks like, yeah, he's just going right to Skullwood's big chest. Gonna get that Ether Medallion.
And gonna be right behind Tutor, just a Tower of Hero behind and a little bit of Mire.
That's gotta feel great for MalXantholos, finding that before you head to Mire, or head up the mountain, so...
Alright, so if Desert Big Key is here, still an advantage to CS Tutor having already cleared Tower of Hera, but Hera's about a 70-second clear, if that?
Oh,
Maybe.
Tutor making the immediate check to Vidi.
Yeah, I think Tutor's just gambling on Desert Big Key being in GT. Minus a couple of on the way back.
Yeah. I think so at this point.
Okay, this is huge. If Tutor does not go back in and Desert Big Key is here and Mal does decide to full clear Mire looking for it, that gives Mal the advantage. Big time.
Checking the big chest right away.
Ew. Good dodge, Tutor. He knew there was shields here, so he just knew I was doing commentary. And he's like, you know what? Just throw a lot of bean a bone. Just skip some checks. Avoid the shield. And it looks like Mal is making the same play as Tutor, going through towards Vitreous. And Vitreous has for us today a red 20.
Yeah,
all
this
right.
This is the case of DP big keys in GT. Let's just rush GT at this point. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and start the guessing game where that GT big key might be.
1 to 22, chat. You know the rules. And if you feel like it, throw out a second number behind it, guessing where that desert big key is.
Yep, number, location, wherever you wanna, where you think it might be.
Yeah, it's commentary decision on how this game works today, and Catherine and I are pretty loose in it with our rules. And if you do 28 or above, we know you're guessing that Desert Big Key is not in GT. What we do know is that Ice Palace Big Key cannot be in GT, so if that is the answer, then Mal still could have an advantage depending on what is in Hero Big Chest. Okay, crystal number 6 for MalXantholos.
To the first one to GT. MalXantholos right behind him, about a minute behind.
Yeah, still got to do Hero though.
Oh, that's right.
And beyond that, both runners do skip the majority of Misery Mire, so if Desert Big is there, it'll be a toss-up, really, because Tutor has to go to the back of Pod, maybe, trying to look for it, and MalXantholos can go right back to Mire pretty quickly. Okay, guessing game is closed. Take it away, Captain.
All right, we're going left side first. Number 1 on the torch system bounce, and it's unsafe. We don't like to see it.
That is OSHA would not approve. That is not safe working material there.
2, 3, 4, 5 here in Stelphos room. Got a red 20. Some arrows. More arrows. And then, well, that was a very symmetrical room. Okay, thank you, game.
The game's got chokes.
We got all the GT smalls, so no need to skip anything. Compass the swamp. MalXantholos doing some Dark Death Mountain checks here. I need the Hera small key. We know it didn't lead to anything.
I do not see him checking that, though.
No. No.
Like, you're probably going to do the majority of Hera because it's quick, but not basement.
Fire Snake Room, having just a piece of heart today. Moving on.
Rando Room. Practically first try with that hook shot spin speed thing set up.
50 rupees. Some more arrows. 20 rupees. There's a big key. The desert. There it is. Tutor is in officially in go mode.
Okay, Tutor's just got to find that GT big key, finish up GT, go to desert, finish that up, save and quit, and suddenly you're right again, and when you go to Dark World. Only thing we're missing at this point would be a little silver arrow find before finding that GT big key, but otherwise, yeah, you're not worried about it.
MalXantholos picks up their 7th crystal now. Feel like be going to GT now.
13, 14, 15, I believe, coming up from Tutor.
No GT Bicky just yet, but we got 5 more checks here on the right side, including, or 7 more checks, excuse me.
Okay, MalXantholos enters GT as well.
MalXantholos heading to the right side first here.
Gonna get that big key unless it's on tile room. All right, checks 18, 19, 20, and 21 coming up from Tutor.
Half magic. Is it here? Tile room, let's
Tile
go.
room. Who's the first 22 guess? Oh, there we go. That's Priorum, pardon me, with the first guess of 22. GG's to you. Was it Fire Grip? Fire Grip, GG's to you as well. You got in second to the guess, but we're fine with that. You both can split the take of the win here. An infinite amount of gamer points. GG. All right, MalXantholos about to get into go mode as well once he hits up Rando Room, but he's going to keep going towards the Ice Armos check and then last locate that tile room just like Tutor did. Okay, Tutor starts the ascent up GT. We already did Aga earlier, having to get those flippers. So it's pretty much going to be clean up GT. Near, flute over to Mire area, clean up desert, go back to Dark World, and then save and quit. And you're right back on the pyramid for Ganon.
Yeah, that's that word again. That I'm not from. What's E something? Elephant. What is it?
Something about efficiency, my friend.
That's the word. Yeah.
I'm still learning it too. All right, Landmo 2 coming up for Tutor, and goodbye, Landmo 2.
That was a very nice kill there from Tutor. MalXantholos getting the bad news that the GT Picky is in fact in tile room.
One torch, two torch, three torch, four. There it is. Kinda forgot that magic there, Tuner. Would have been fine, though, because you could clean up desert and that'll fill you up anyway. Alright, that's the big key and official go mode for MalXantholos. Technically with that find.
Yeah, thankfully our last dungeon to beat here is Desert Palace. Fairly quick one, so.
Yep, in this mode, don't even need to go to the front, but both these runners had because they needed to get that bombos. To go to TR to get your fire rod. Your pendant TR for your fire rod to go beat Crystal Skull. Good deflection there. If the Agas shoot the ball at each other, it doesn't do any damage, but if you magically touch it with your sword, it becomes your weapon, I guess.
And I totally would have forgot to do Desert here. Just fell in the cannon, but you know, Tutor, not so much. He's good at the game, so he knows what he's doing.
You can't beat me until you accomplish your goals, or whatever he says. And then you're like, oh, I'm a dingus.
Yep, he calls you a dingus and be like, eh, I am.
Alright, Tutor wisely leaving that portal right in front of here because you're pretty much going to beat Desert, walk into that portal, save and quit.
Yep, magically beat it right at the cannon hole.
Thanks to Aga 1.
MalXantholos started to finish up GT here. Had a very nice climb. Well, until that happened. Oops. There we go. First try.
Zero cycle, that's fine. We saw nothing. But despite what happens in this race, there will be a game 2. So if MalXantholos does not take this, still in this tournament, just has to win out with 2 wins in a row here. Meanwhile, Tutor, if this continues, just has to win 1 more out of the next 2 matches against MalXantholos, and that'll guarantee him into the round of 16.
Just an extra heart for your troubles. Thanks, game. That is the last dungeon for CS Tutor. All he's got left is just Ganon now.
Okay, Ganon gets to tell us where we missed our silvers. Yeah, it could be Pen. Could be Ice Big Chest. We still can't logically beat Ice Palace.
Meyer.
Oh, there you go.
Of course. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Because we skipped a lot of Meyer.
And you know it's in cutscene chest, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, 12 spins from Tutor, gonna do it against Ganon. Let's see how we do here. I think we're at 4 now. Ooh, good swing.
There
And
it is.
down goes Ganon. Captain, you got the call, my friend.
Yeah. And let's get some GG's to chats for cstutor89, finishing with an official time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 1 second.
Taking first place in this race and one step closer to the round of 16. Where the winner of this series will either face Tito's288 or Flipheel, with Flipheel currently has 1 game to none lead.
Looks like MalXantholos will go ahead and finish this out here as well. He is not too far behind.
And for anybody waiting for more rando later on today, we do have Sleepy versus Lin 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 on SpeedGaming, this very channel, with commentary by Malmo and PH, and tracking by Kif. That'll be at 8:10 p.m. Eastern. And that rounds out the fight for MalXantholos versus Landmo. All right, we'll see if they can get these runners in for an interview momentarily. We got MalXantholos finishing up Ganon, getting that news about those silvers in Meyer. Again, probably cutscene. Here's the game. Okay, we'll get an interview by Tutor shortly.
MalXantholos doing a great job here against Ganon. He's got one more hit to go. There it is.
There it is. Everybody, you know the rules. Get your GGs in chat.
MalXantholos going to finish with an official race time of 1:53.49. Very well played run for both players. We're going to see if we can get some interviews going here in just a moment. While we're waiting, reminder, give these runners a follow. They are very good at this game. They know what they're doing. They like to help other players get into this game. So please go give them a follow, give them some love, as well as my co-com Bean and our tracker today, Daruk3. Thank you very much for working with us. And we are joined now by We are joined now by MalXantholos. GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, thank you, GG's. I think we should just wait for Tutor. He's also coming right now, I think.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Well, okay. If they still need some time, I can just start to talk about this seed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to ask you about that hook shot.
Yeah, that was an item I did not really like in this location.
Looks
Alright.
like you did want to go into the Thieves Town there for a bit, but you had to spit with so you couldn't get it in there. So
Mhm. Yeah, I kind of forgot it. Well, I didn't forget it, but it was in this situation. I was like, let me just collect the smith. It's a nice idea. And then in the front of Chieftain, I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't have collected the smith right now. Tutu, I don't think we can hear you.
Hello.
we are now also joined by CS Tutor, GG's Tutor.
GG's, Tutor.
Hey, thanks. GG's, Mel.
How you feeling, Tutor? You feel pretty good about this one, or is this one like?
You got to skip most of pod. How much better could it be?
I mean, okay. Yes, I did get to skip 8 in pod with the boots, so I just felt like so behind when I found out how easy they were.
Yeah, they also annoyed me very much when I found them. It was played everything, the whole Darkwood loop and everything, and it was. And I even skipped the hookshot too because I had the smith when I went to Village of Outcasts. Was like, let me just do smith chain. I already felt kind of behind because of my death to ball and chain guard. Oh, that was the worst thing for me. I died to ball and chain guard. That decided to go back into the cell. Took my damage. Got back. Got to 1 heart. Opened the chest and it was a heart piece, and it was my 4th heart piece.
Oh God! Thanks, game.
And I had a stupid Queen Guard RNG, so I had to go back 3 rooms to take my death warp.
Oh wow!
So that was like, oh yeah, well, I just lost 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I think the important thing here was that Mal did find the boots fairly early. He did Mire Shed, but Tutor did the Dark Crossplay right after the back of Escape. Got that early flute, and I think that helped the routing for Tutor a little bit better than the boots actually did. So it was a good play for Tutor to get that Dark Cross fairly early.
Yeah, I was annoyed when I didn't play Hyrule Castle as soon as it was possible, because it was a nice play. I was kind of considering to maybe combine it directly with Arganim, with Castle Tower, if I was to find Fireward or Lamp, especially after I saw the flippers. I knew that might very well be a nice early play. Yeah, didn't work out.
In that beginning of the game for both of you, you both did 2 separate directions to get to Kakariko, but you kept both finding progression. It'd be like, just go to Kakariko from any direction. Heck, go up the mountain, get your mitts, get your Moon Pearl if you want. The game just kind of kept throwing things at you. Catherine and I were a little astonished at how much early progression in the CAC area.
Yeah. But what about that lamp in Easter? Oh my God! Did you, Mal? Did you go to Eastern early on this scene?
Kind of early. I mean, I did it before I had Boa and anything, of course, but yeah. I think I was pretty late in Eastern. I did the Hasala before it, and then I didn't go to Eastern at that point. But when I found the lamp, I was really thinking, and the cape was also in that region, I was pretty sure that the seed might have a Moon Pearl on Pyramid Ledge, or something leading there. I was actually kind of thinking that maybe we could have boots on Pyramid, so that you could get the the mirror from library to maybe get to desert to get your moon pearl there. That was my expectation when I found the lamp.
Yeah.
Well, MalXantholos, you went right up the mountain. Your first 2 items of the entire game were 2 gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And you chose not to continue up Death Mountain to check Spec Rock, understandably.
Yeah.
But I think the thing about this seed early on, at least, was that unfortunate death at the Ball and Chain Guard. But it was Tutor's early decision to get that, to go into Back of Escape and then just go get the Dark Room done right away and get that flute. So mobility seemed to be like the biggest thing early on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
But other than that, you guys just end up having to chase just a few go mode items there towards the last, half hour, 40 minutes of the seed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Both of you skipping most of the checks in Mire at the end there. It's just, you figure, okay, well, I just see it does probably Spicky. It's a pit. It's probably a GT. So you just go ahead and rush Mire and then hit a GT, look for your last Spicky there. So
yeah. Yeah, so the bow is over there somewhere. You know what? I think it's probably on left side somewhere. Because we had all the stuff for it, but I don't know. There was no reason really to do it other than unless the big key ends up being there for some reason. Like, did you ever find the Hera big key or the ice big key? Because I have no idea. Those are the things I never found on this seed.
I found the Hera big key. I don't recall where it was. Maybe it was in Swamp? No, I don't recall.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't have either of those 2, and then I was like I was missing quite a few small keys and big keys at the end, so I thought, well, like, you know, that was the reason why I ended up not doing Mire fully, because like I had so much stuff to still put in logic in the seed, and you know, it could just be in here in Mire instead of the desert big key. So if it's gonna take up the spot, then that's one less spot desert big key can actually be in that dungeon. So that's why I ended up skipping. That was my reasoning for why I was skipping Mire.
I think, speaking of big keys that were required, that Skullwood's big key that was on Helma, Mal went ahead and full cleared Skullwoods before Pod, and then Tutor got to do Skullwoods, loop it in with the big chest. So we were kind of worried that Mal was gonna skip over that big chest for a while, but thankfully went right to it soon after, finding that all-important Ether Medallion there. So was that just kind of, it was kind of orphan off, you just wanted to get it done, or was it just something you were hoping that had something, or?
That's Cloud's big chest. I was pretty sure that I didn't want to play Left Side Swamp at that point. And then I had left, Hookshot Cave, which was because I could have had the hookshot so early. And I had 3 items in Hera left, even 4 after Hookshot Cave, but I, of course, didn't know that. And then my only remaining check was Skullwood's big chest, and then I thought, well, I don't want to do Left Side Swamp. Mountain feels kind of terrible to me, and so Skullwood's big chest was the best play in my books.
And as pointed out by our tracker, the big key to Hero was sitting in the back of Pod, with the probably Ice Big likely at Pyramid Fairy. I think that's one of the only checks we didn't get.
Oh my god.
Other than the rest of Mire.
Yeah. God, such great logic, right?
Right? Ice available relatively quickly, but that TR, holy moly.
The Fire Rod on Laser Bridge? Yeah.
And the 4th TR small.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that, but when I went up there the first time for DM, I really did want to go into TR. I had I have 3 small keys and the big key and and the cane. So I thought, yeah, if we can get into here, I'd rather do that than Hera at that point. That's why I skipped Hera initially. when I was up there. When it ended up being bombos, I'm like, oh, okay, great. My plants are in the trash. So what do I do now? So that was the reason why I ended up trying to skip Hera early on, just because I wanted to see if I can get into TR, the bigger dungeon, basically. And then I don't know if you saw, but I did die in Spike, like right
No,
after
we didn't see that at all.
No, it was
No.
invisible. We didn't catch that. It
Oh,
didn't.
really?
It didn't happen. We're kidding, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of caught up MalXantholos a bit. Still a little bit behind at that time from the death at the Ball and Chain Garden going back. But the other parts were MalXantholos did scout Lumberjack super early, knew about those flippers, got that boots pretty quickly, and Tutor kind of avoided that area. Avoided both actually Meyer, but not getting that check done until you had boots, I think.
Yeah, I waited until I had boots, and so I can just do all of the North stuff at the same time. And then that's when I found out with Flipper. I'm like, okay, great. I have to go do Aga now instead of later. So, I mean, I don't mind that, since we don't have to look for CT small keys on this mode, and like we have to kill Aga anyways. So like it's fine if it ends up there. But yeah, I mean, after I did TR, I guess it wasn't visible, but after I did Super Bunny and Hookshot Cave, I went into Spike Cave and I had died. I was trying to actually use Cape to actually get through that, but for some reason it just did not do it. So that's why after I had died there, I went back to Hera at that point and killed Hera at that point, and then did Spike Cave again. So I made 2 trips into that location. So that plus like getting boots late, I felt like things are not going super great like they kind of usually do with this mode for me. So that's kind of why I was trying to be like more aggressive with some of these dungeon skips, like trying not to go back to pod, trying to put off ice until I had to like do it. Trying to see if I can skip anything on this seed, or if it's going to allow me to skip anything.
Well, you end up getting lucky with those skips, because that's all it takes, right? You skip the one thing, or you don't have the big key going into ice or Hera. That's all it takes sometimes, but it worked out in your favor by a few minutes today.
Yeah, it's still a really close race though, in my opinion. So always nervous. Always nervous. I'm always nervous when I have to race this mode. It's just like a lot of times it just doesn't go great for me. So I'm happy that it went okay, at least. By the end, at least it was going okay. Like, because usually that's where I struggle the most. Like,
no, absolutely, I hear you. Tough mode, but GG's to both of you. Any final thoughts before we kind of close out the race here?
oh, go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to, of course, thank you all very much for doing this restream. It's always nice to have a race restreamed. So thanks Lana, thanks Captain for commentating. Thanks to Darok for tracking. Thanks also to whoever set up this restream. Yeah, it's all very nice to be featured on SpeedGaming. So it's a nice tournament. I really like the mode selection this year, and I'm definitely very excited for our second match on Tuesday.
I did see that on the schedule. I think it's Tuesday afternoon Eastern. Let's take a look here. Tuesday at 2:10 Eastern, so that'll be 11 Pacific. That's going to be a good one. Good game too. Any hopes for the mode?
Well, well, Fad Keys is done, so I won't have to. So any mode is fine. Any mode is fine for me.
Oh, same here, but I always like Invosia and the open with hard item pool most.
Yeah,
Right,
I guess for me, like thanks Lana and Captain for calming this race, and Dark for tracking. Thanks for the restream, and thanks for SpeedGaming for hosting this. You know, hopefully we'll have a good game too now. But yeah, have a great day, everyone.
All right, well, thank you both runners. Yep, I think that's about doable for us here. Thank you, Lana, and thank you, runners, for putting on a great show for us. We appreciate it. Always give them a follow. And Lana, thank you for co-commenting. It's always a pleasure.
Likewise, my friend, it was fantastic today. Everybody, don't forget to keep staying tuned in. There's going to be another race later on today on this very channel. But otherwise, just follow SpeedGaming through SpeedGaming 6 as well for all your random needs. And gosh, that'll about do it for me. Thank you so much to Dark and to Captain. And yeah, why don't you go ahead and send us out?
Yep. All right. Yep. Like Lana said, just keep your channel tuned. We got plenty more main tournament action here on SpeedGaming channels. And till next time, everybody, we'll see you later. Have a good day. Bye bye.